you do? He says, I did nothing. Then he realizes that this is protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he promised saying, I will never ever attend any functions of this nature. Never. So that was the first and the last. Subhanallah. May Allah strengthen us as well. Wallahi, if we want to correct our weddings in Islam as Muslims, and we want them to stop being functions of earning the pleasure of the devil rather than earning the pleasure of Allah, all we need to do is don't go. That's it. If half the community don't go, everybody will change. Because they now know, I must have a separate function. I must make sure that there is no music playing here. And I must make sure that everything is Sharia compliant here. Because the community is not going to come. But we are collectively guilty of supporting such filth. And for that reason, a great act of worship known as nikah, an act of worship of the celebration of such a great act of worship, the walima, which is the second act of worship, we attend it, and our own girls and boys are dressed in a way that would be such an embarrassment, people may mistake them for prostitutes. May Allah protect us. It's a fact. I have pressed the red button because it's going on today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard us. Really, there is no point in attending. Even if they've got a little commentary box in the corner separately for ulama, you don't attend that. That's an insult to the ummah. How can there be? The Muslims are in that little corner. The rest of us are having a ball of a time, as they say, a jawl. Allah protect us. I don't even know what that means. We just heard it from people. Hey, we had a fun, man. It was lacquer, man. You know the language we use? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard us. Really. What was nice? There was one uncle who had attended a function and he said, hey, there was a smoke screen. And you know, the way the man parachuted down and the way this happened and that happened. And it was mixed total and it was free for all. And they're saying, but brother, you have such a big beard, mashallah. What were you doing? He scratched his head. 2 seconds, he said, well, if I wasn't there, who was going to tell you what happened? Allahu Akbar. Look at the excuses shaitan makes us have. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard us. So as we were saying, you want to solve a problem, it can. But we need to be collectively ready to solve a matter. And remember one thing, do not compromise when it comes to nikah. Don't try and show people I had a bigger function and this function. Simple function, even if you have invited just a head from all of the homes and that's it. Believe me, the more simple the function, the more blessed it is. Today, one of the reasons why divorce is almost 60% and marital problems are beyond 90% of marriages. Why? Because the seed we sowed was the seed of a cactus and then we expect apples. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Obviously, every time I say something of this nature, I see everybody's looking at me like they want to eat me up. You know, what you saying? Because we've already married and we did all these things. Well, there is always room for tawbah. Always room to ask Allah for forgiveness. That will clean your slate once again. Say, Ya Allah, we did it wrong. Forgive us. But we will make sure we don't do it wrong for our children no matter what. Don't try and be proud to show people, hey, I've got a bigger wedding and this. No. You can have whatever size you want, but make sure it is compliant and it achieves the pleasure of Allah. That is a day of happiness. We want the marriage to work. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi